Hello and welcome to this week's Story of the Blues, and today we face Eastleigh at home as we return to league action. Obviously Eastleigh are located near Southampton. They're nicknamed the Spitfires, which is quite iconic, such when you think it's Memorial Remembrance Weekend. They were formed in 1946 and they were originally called Oldham Athletic, which I think sounds absolutely cool. Imagine being the sway of things. It was a shame that they didn't get rid of Athletic, because all teams athletics apart from Wigan normally sound cool. They play at the Silver Lake Stadium. The ground holds just over 5,000. I believe it's been expanded, or has been, or it's in the process of being expanded. An Eastleigh fan called Fustrating messaged me a while ago. Obviously the nickname Spitfires last year. We beat them at home in Ches's last game, and we lost on that wintry weekend. Obviously, Eastleigh got promoted to the National League when they were champions of the National League South in 2013-14. So they've been here now from the old. They have now been in the National League for nearly 10 years. The 10th season they've been in there. They've never got promoted out. They did have a bit of money behind them. Other honours include the Wessex League in 2002-03. So that's not that long ago. So they have had a bit of a climb. Hampshire League Division 1 champions in 1967-70. Cups, Russell Cup, Colts Cup winner 2005-06. They've won a couple of the Hampshire County FA Cups, including the Senior Cup in 2012 and 13. Obviously, their long-term ambition is probably to try and get in the Football League. For me, from what I've seen, they don't look like a team that will do yet, but who knows, you'll have to look at what Sutton United did. So today we're at home to Eastleigh. They're in 11th, won't place below us. Looking to bounce back after last week's defeat away at Newport in the FA Cup. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of positives to say from last week, and obviously a big improvement is needed this week all around. Mellon's already sent all that out and the talk of the players going. But we've got to make do with what we've got. These don't score many, but they don't concede many. And it's a game I'm confident that we should be looking at winning. None of this will play for a draw, go right at them, attack them from the goal. Obviously, there's a few people annoyed last week, but it's one of them things. Cups are always a bonus if you win. A cup run would have been good, but now all efforts are on pushing up that table and getting ourselves back into them playoffs, which is where the target has to be. None of this is the season, it's just to develop one. While we can still get in them playoffs, we go for it. Come on, Oldham. It's a warm day, well, warmish, coldish, lovely day, and it's better than raining. See you on the terraces. Eastleigh at home, come on Oldham, let's have a win.
Just thinking if we want to stand, we might be better off moving back on.
Yeah.
Come on, Alex.
Come on. Back in.
Get it back in. Open up.
Come on.
Yeah, I bet.
Half time, losing 1-0. Come on, we need a better second half now. They're just sat back parking a buzz at the moment. Willoughby's coming on. Watch Willoughby get the winner. Good to see him have everyone out.
Where is he?
Looking for Amazon.
game on. Just had us 19-1 with nil. Blues. Oldham. We travel here and far, but you'll always hear us rolling down the bounds of Boundary Park. Ole, 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 ole. Options, lock up. So blue, so proud to be AFC. Bob.
Nice.
How it is? Should be winning it, Shat Tom.
Should be winning, and hopefully we will do. Come on, from that. Don't be shot, don't be an idiot.
Shut the fuck up! Jesus Christ! Think you expected to do good? He's shy, he's shy. You don't fucking be.
Yeah.
You don't be your own player. Quiet, eh?
I mean, he might do shit anyway, but he'll definitely do shit if he gets played.
Do you know what? He had a bad game, he didn't have a good game against File, but he wasn't the worst player on the pitch.
Alright, not it down.
Side, like so. Too much space. Hey! Forward! 1-1, not the greatest game. Really should be winning these games at home if we're going to push up the league. Roll on Woking next week. Overall, this bit's pointing at results day. For me, if we're aiming to get in the playoffs, we should be winning games like that. It's 2 points dropped, and these are games we need to be winning. Until they got the penalty, I thought we were in control, and it was an improvement on Newport, 100%. We moved the ball about well. I thought Hobson and McGay both had good games, and it's one of those, I'm watching it, and I think teams have figured us out. Teams know what to expect from us, and we're missing him a couple of key players. I thought Lundstrom had a good game. I said last week against Newport he was poor and probably didn't get as much. I'm not saying any player deserves criticism, but we had that been another player. But this week he played well. He looked better with McGay behind him. I thought Garner wasn't too bad. Obviously we know he's been injury prone, but it's nice to see him back in the side. I still feel we're missing that player that can dictate play, someone that can be creative, that can break down players. Now, creative, you're going to call me a hypocrite. I think at times Reid tries to be a bit too flamboyant, and it's not always a bad thing if there's an end product. We saw against Oldham in the cup, and at the moment we desperately need to start scoring goals. That's 4 home games in a row, which we draw. Now, creative, someone that can pick out a pass, someone that can put the ball in the back of the net, who can just see that, better like a Bahambula, someone that will get that ball and he's not afraid to do something with it. I also thought when Fondop come on, he caused them problems, and to me, he should have been on sooner. Not the end of the world. Willoughby looked positive, he looked hungry, he looked like he had a point to prove, and I did say, and you'll see in the video, I did say, oh, nailed on for Willoughby to get the winner. Sadly, it wasn't speed despite that chance earlier on. I don't think Hope played too bad, but I thought on the left, again, we looked non-existent over there. But it's a case of just turning these draws into wins. Someone said, oh, 7th place has never won the playoffs. I'll tell you what, if we can finish 7th, it's always the first for everything. To me, Eastleigh looks happy to settle for a draw. They had a few chances. Hudson pulled off some good saves, but the second half, they didn't really look like pushing for that second, killing the game off. I thought Reid took his goal well, and we ourselves did have plenty of chances, and we missed a few sitters, but we are looking more of a threat going forward now. If we just get that little extra creativity in the team, I thought we actually looked better at 3 at the back. I also think, though, we need to tie Hobson down to a big contract, but also start scouting for a replacement, because I feel the clubs in the EFL now that have watched his performances, that have caught their attention. And for me also, like, losing Garner was a blow. If Hobson was to get injured, it'd be an even bigger one. I thought Freeman played okay, and to be fair, put himself well in that free kick, knocking it off the line. I thought the booing of Shelton was pathetic and out of order. Yes, I've been critical of him, but booing him, especially when he's coming on off the bench, won't do his confidence any good at all. I think all the players are now starting to adjust to Mickey Mellon. Obviously, it's been a struggle for so long, having Unsworth's negative tactics drilled into him, but they are starting to be able to play football freely. Obviously, though, games like Eastleigh are the ones we need to be winning, and yes, there is still plenty of work to be done, improvement needed. People forget it'll have cost money for us to get rid of Unsworth and Ebril. I also think Mellon's waiting, and some others have hinted this, so January to been players in from the EFL and use the low market, something we've not done this season. I've got no issue with that, but it's November now and we still need to get the best out of the players we've already got. On another note, that Eastleigh player, Ludwig Franciletti, wins the award for the best sounding glamourful National League player so far. Looking at the league table now at the top, I'm not one for fun of telling, but at the moment, that was a big win for Chesterfield against Barnet at the weekend. And I know I get a few Chesterfield fans still popping up over there. First of all, congratulations on your win against Portsmouth. I may be a football fan, but I will not knock a bad result and give credit where it's due. Obviously, that was a big one against Barnet, although Barnet left it, 2 late goals back. It's how they respond now. It's looking a big like Chesterfield are going to run away with it this year. I don't really see anyone matching them now. The FA Cup run may distract them, but obviously the playoffs is anyone's game at the moment. Surrey occupy, Holtmoors occupy 3rd, Bromley 4th, Oldham 5th, Aldershot are up to 6th. Who'd have thought that when we played them? Obviously they had that big FA Cup win last week, and Gateshead got back to winning ways at the weekend against Dorking, 2 teams that were a bit out of form going into that. Halifax are then 1 point behind, and then it's a 4-point gap, which is between Rochdale, us, and of course Eastleigh, and then not far behind us, a host of teams on 23, 22 and 21, down to Dorking in 18th. Obviously that includes Wellstone, Hartlepool, Woking, Dagenham, Southend, who I still fancy to get in there, especially as it looks like the club's going to be alright now. And also fair point to Scunthorpe for getting themselves sorted and back on top of the National League North. But it's the league in which anyone can beat anyone. The other thing is, and I don't think we'll be near there, but it's also the same division now where a couple of losses and you could be in that bottom 4 or near there. It's tied to the bottom. Kidderminster on 14, Fylde 16, Oxford City on 17 and Ebbsfleet on 18. Then you've got Maidenhead and York both on 19. So it's getting tight down there and tight for the playoff places, which is why we need to build and put in this winning run. Get these goals in, get these points on the board and just aim to push forward. Like I said, it's not over until the fat lady sings it's hell, definitely not over until that final whistle goes at the end of April. Also, well done to the Oldham veterans and also to the Athleticals for taking their roles day in the Armistice Days remembrance before the game. The minute silence was observed, well, I didn't record it. For me, it was more important for me paying my respects. It's something that means close to my family. Lost. My dad always talks about 2 uncles who lost in the war. My granddad fought in it. And I know many other people as well who fought in the armed forces. But a great display, truly observed by both set of fans. And there's a few images I'll share at the end of the video what were took by people. But again, well done to the vets. They did really well. And a group that I feel really are doing great work, for not just for Oldham Athletic, but for the veterans in the borough as well. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them all, lest we forget. So what else do we know? We know Ben Toller has now gone out on loan to Kidderminster. For me, mixed feelings. I still think there's a player in him. I still think there's a part or a role he could play in the squad. Obviously Mellon, although he's worked for him before, mustn't rate him. I think he's a player with slow on confidence. To me, he started off alright. Some say he looked good in a team that was scrambled together when the Lemsmans were still there. Others say he never quite cut it. For me, there's moments he looked brilliant, there's other moments he looked lost, and let's hope at Kidderminster he refines his form. Shout out to Danny Taylor and Mancunian Unity. There's a vlog coming later on. Hard luck on Sunday, saw their FA Cup women's first round at home to Newcastle. 4-0 down, I thought, that's it, but credit to them. They got back into it. Obviously the second half, the goal between the two sides was shown. Good to see a good few Oldham fans there. George, Stace, Mel, Rothwells were there as well. Obviously, good luck to you, and hopefully watching them play gives you something to look up. I players to think, right, this is the level we want to perform to. Talk about vlogs, the Newport vlog's going to follow. A few others, including Rochelle. The last couple of weeks, especially coming up to Christmas now, it's been hectic in my job. Do you know what? I'd love to know what a good night's sleep is. It was nice to do a few gigs last week. Check out the videos for Skylights, Apollo Junction, the Shed Project and the Heights, a group of lads who were 13 years old. For some reason, although this like Salford City, they seem to unearth gems in music at the moment. And that's it. Oh yeah, another thing, the fans bar's open for those wanting to watch Barnet next week. They're charging £1. Again, it's not the end of the world. If the money goes back into the playing squad, I've got no issue with that. Me, whether I go Barnet, it's 50-50, a few things have cropped up. So yeah, that's it. Keep well, enjoy your week. It's walking on Saturday. It shows how late I've recorded the final part of this. They've got rid of their manager. I can't think of anything more typical Oldham than that, but who's to see what happens. England game beforehand, so it's going to be a nice double-header. It seems to be loads going down as it's a new ground for most, as it was midweek last year. Let's just hope the weather stays nice. Anyway, keep the faith. I'm Tommy Oldham. Keep watching. See you on the terraces.